teacher do. Anyway, let's jump right into something quite ignorant. Picture the scene. You're 9 grand in debt already. You're a student. You're being taught absolute nonsense. You're at university with a bunch of idiots. And the one person you think you can look up to is perhaps your lecturer. Oh, you dear beloved lecturer. They're spouting knowledge. Your guiding light, leading you into the future. Leading you to a better time. Into a life of prosperity and knowledge. Imagine now, picture the scene. And then your tutor goes on the radio. But of course these days, everything on the radio is videoed, so there's no escaping that. Yes, Brexit. Cambridge professor. Oh no, I've covered the title bit there. Cambridge professor invites Jacob Rees-Mogg to naked debate. Yes, this is a Cambridge economics professor. So this is someone who teaches like a proper subject, you'd think. You know, not your gender studies or your fucking or Klingon or basket weaving. You know, like economics. You think you weren't quite a solid individual to be teaching economics, wouldn't you think? Well, apparently not. This is what you get.
I brought my message to the studio today, as you can see, written across my body. Brexit leaves Britain naked.
Yes, and you are now naked as we speak.
That's right.
Why?
Now, of course, this is John Humphreys. This is the Today programme, so I had to check there. Yeah, this isn't Howard Stern or the like. Which makes me think that like they must have known that this doolally woman. Oh, look at her! Look at that haircut. I mean, what's this? That's the sort of haircut you get to like please your boyfriend, who's some massive Star Wars geek, isn't it? Like, hey, can you get the Princess Leia hair? That'll really turn me on, and I'll be Jabba the Hutt. Like, well, what is this? So they must have known, like, that was pretty. You know, it popped off. And you can see the Brexit thing, so it's like they must have cleared this. There's no like spontaneous shocks going on here. Just turn this microphone a little bit. So I don't think there was an element of surprise there. You know, old man Humphreys didn't seem surprised.
It carries 3 important messages, and the first is that Brexit leaves Britain's economy exposed. The second is that Brexit has served to reveal some anti-immigration sentiments of a kind that we should be very much worried about in our society. And finally,
like I said, I'm done with Brexit. Just a little side note. When I go back, when I leave the country again, I'm going back out to Thailand for a few months before I move on to other pastures. Apparently the Thai elections are going to be falling on the day I arrive. They were quite divisive last time around. And Brexit happens a few days later. So it's like, leaving one shit show and perhaps flying into another shit show. But then, you know, it's a shit show that I don't really have much say in because, you know, I'm not a national and I don't have any right to vote. Because I'm a bloody immigrant and that's the way it should be. It's kind of true though. Like, you know, I'm not going to be taking the piss. You won't hear me saying anything bad about any of the runners. I'm not even getting into that. So yeah, I said I'm done with Brexit. I've totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, but like saying, it's concerning, like the anti-immigrant. Look, there's been anti-immigration sentiment in this country for the fear of immigrants has been alive for centuries. Go read history for fuck's sake. Look at how scared people were of the Irish and the especially the Ashkenazi Jews that came over in the late 19th century. you know. And even, you know, way before then, I mean, you know, call it immigrants or invaders, whatever you want, foreigners coming over. I mean, we've been invaded so many times in the UK that, you know, I think we've kind of earned the right to be a bit suspicious about people coming. You know, like the Normans came. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Saxons, the Angles, the Vikings, the Romans. A lot of people have come over here. I know it's not the same. It's not like an invading army. But, you know. There's been a lot of invasions. So what she's talking about is like, oh, it's very worrying. It's like, this is nothing new. It's nothing new. It's not particularly British. It's just human. It's pretty much it's a universal thing. You could pull up many thousands of examples across the world, across time. You know, so yeah, you're showing a bit of. You're showing a bit of ignorance there, to be honest, and you're just yapping to cause concern. Like, so people need to stop yapping to cause concern when there's other concerns going on. Like, there's way bigger shit going on out there, than people's irrational fear of other people. It's like, if you want to get that concerned about people coming over, or people's concerns about people from other places, I mean, you got postcode wars, you got everything. Like, you know, everywhere in this country is a little village. Everywhere is. Like, I can remember where my friend lived on Kingston Road, and there was a pitch battle between people from one side of Kingston Road and the other, because one side, if you don't know Kingston Road, it's like Wankerville in East London, basically. It's like hipster town, isn't it? One side is E1 and the other side is N1, but it's, you know, it's just two different sides of the road, literally. You know, it's just the way it is. You get people, it's like, you've seen those videos of estates in Glasgow when it's like one tower block versus another. Oh, they're from over there. Oh, no, they're bastards. They're from over there. It's like, everywhere's a little village, and the villages get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it's just, that's just humans. You silly bitch. Look at this, she's ridiculous.
Brexit exposes past government failures that have left many people feeling they have nothing to lose from Brexit because they have nothing at all.
And those are all arguments that have been put many times by very many people wearing their clothes. Why do you feel the need to take your clothes off?
Now,
exactly, and none of this feels rehearsed at all. None of That felt like the comment of someone who's completely surprised by this naked woman. Maybe John Humphreys has got some over the years. Maybe he's had shitloads of women take their clothes off in front of him. I don't know. I don't know how he rolls. I don't know what the mainstream news broadcasting groupie scene's like. I don't know. Maybe it's just full of freaky bitches, just fucking taking it all off all the time. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should get on the news if it's. And maybe he's just seen way better examples of the female form than this. I mean, you know, no offense to her. Now I would say, oh, who are you to judge? Look at me. All right, I'm stunning. Look at this. Disgusting.
That's isn't it just exhibitionism?
So I have myself written thousands of words looking at why Brexit is bad for Britain.
Just remind you, she is an economics. She's an economics lecturer. You don't do this sort of stuff. Even Katie Price is above this. What are you doing? This is not the cause to take your clothes off. You know. In her mind, she probably thinks, you know, remember that Rage Against the Machine album cover? I mean, it's got the photo, you know, the famous photo of the Buddhist monk in Vietnam sets himself on fire as a protest. You know, I think some of these people in their mind, I am this. This is as provocative as this. It's like, if is this cause? Do you believe in your cause enough to set yourself on fire? That's what I'll put it to any of you. If it is, now I'm not advocating you should set yourself on fire, because that's a really stupid thing to do. No offense to that monk. I think that was a very different situation. But I'll put it to you. if you think your cause is worth burning your face off for, then please, I mean, by all means, prove your point. Because I'd be very interested to see how many people have, really stand by their values,
But I thought it would be useful to reduce all of those words down, condense all of those words down to one powerful message. Brexit is the emperor's new clothes, that Britain has sold itself a project that cannot possibly
And you could walk
deliver
around
what it
carrying that
promises.
banner, couldn't you? What I'm suggesting to you is taking off your clothes is a way to attract attention. But that's all it is, isn't it? If anything, the danger is that it will have the opposite effect, won't it? People will look at you and say, oh, she's an exhibitionist. She doesn't have a real argument. She just wants to draw attention to herself.
Yes, I'd go for that argument. Yeah, I'd say exactly that's what she's doing. She's an exhibitionist saying, oh, remember that times I socked it to the man? Do you remember that provocative thing I did when I took all my clothes off on a radio show? You're on the fucking radio. All right, like I said, there is a video, yada, 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 yada. But, like, come on, man.
Every time we open our mouth and speak, we are inviting people to listen to our views, to listen to our opinions.
Indeed, to listen to our words and opinions, yes.
I myself am completely
But you're inviting people to look at your body.
I am completely comfortable with my own body. I view women's bodies as one of the big battlegrounds that we face today.
And you've made that point, but you don't need to. I mean, should the other Brexiteers themselves do the same? I mean, maybe.
Well,
maybe
I would
you should
invite them to.
What
I would
about
be quite
Jacob
happy to do. I would be
Jacob
quite happy
Rees-Mogg
to do
sitting
a
in your
naked
chair
debate.
naked? What do you think?
I invite Jacob Rees-Mogg to do a naked debate with me, and we will see. We will get to the roots of this issue. The issue
You
being
really
that,
think that
Britain faces many, many problems right now, from housing to the NHS.
Whether seeing
but
Jacob Rees-Mogg
the
naked
European
will
Union is
solve
not the cause of those problems.
I think maybe I should make no comment on that.
Yeah, I think enough has been said. Like, what a ridiculous person. Anyway, that's a bastion of education. That's an educator. Yeah, this is real static. Oh, wait a minute. Is it that? How static is that? Oh, static, man. Yeah, well, what else can be said? Yeah, that's who's teaching your children to be the future.